Have you noticed that things are getting a little Trumpian in Australia?
Eerily similar tone to American politics.
Federal workers to return to the office.
Public servants will be banned from working from home.
Make our bank accounts great again.
Make Australia great again.
You might have heard of Project 2025.
The blueprint for dismantling federal government.
An initiative from the Heritage Foundation, a think tank in the United States that has recommended many of the radical policies that Donald Trump is now implementing. The Heritage Foundation is part of the little-known, yet hugely influential Atlas Network, a collection of 580 global think tanks who push for a message of freedom and yet are funded by dark money to lobby for tax cuts for billionaires, the expansion of fossil fuels, and to set us against each other in endless culture wars.
Toast the Atlas Network and freedom.
This US group, all designed to try and prevent action on climate change.
Atlas have had multiple member groups in Australia for decades, but new ideologically aligned groups have sprung up in recent years to pour fuel on the fire and influence our democracy.
A major Australian player, the Institute of Public Affairs, won an award from Atlas for their role in repealing the carbon tax.
And ditched the carbon tax.
While these two affiliates recently received significant donations from Coal Australia. Atlas regularly share tips and strategies throughout their global network. So when you see Peter Dutton stoking the culture wars or delaying climate action, this is no accident. It is the work of Atlas. To understand how they work, take a recent campaign that began off the east coast of America.
We are here to save the whales.
The man trying to sound authentic on the megaphone is Mark Morano, famed climate denier and comms director at CFACT, a member of Atlas.
The latest science on climate change, how it's become woke.
He spread the idea that wind turbines harm whales. His friends in Aligned Media then amplified the false claims, which led to multiple Facebook groups popping up across Australia and people with genuine concerns being misled.
The windmills are driving the whales crazy.
When you look at, the whales and all of that is at risk.
There is no evidence at all that wind turbines harm whales. Atlas have gone on a disinformation blitz in this country via attack groups like Advance, who use alarmist visuals and extreme claims to stoke division and anxiety and inflame the culture wars. The Greens, Teals, Labor and renewable energy projects are all in the firing line. Anything that poses a threat to the mining billionaires. Over in Aotearoa, New Zealand, Atlas units are currently attacking the Treaty of Waitangi in an attempt to open up further mining and oil and gas extraction.
Shame on you, David Seymour.
You may have guessed that Atlas and their offshoot Advance also ran a huge disinformation campaign in the Voice referendum for exactly the same reason.
Toast the Atlas Network.
Atlas are spreading their tentacles further and further into Australia and now have plans to take over media in regional areas. Since 1981, the Atlas Network has consistently received money from fossil fuel giants like Shell, Exxon and Santos, and have been instrumental in pushing policies that have shifted trillions of dollars from working people and the middle class to the top 1%. Their CEO famously stated that elites are our ideal customer. Atlas have been operating in the shadows for far too long. It's time to shine a light on their tactics and call them out. Their agenda is one of greed and extraction and is incompatible with a healthy future. They love that we're hating on each other, so we're not paying attention to the billionaires who are rigging the system against us. So this election is a vote for our democracy, our planet, and to prevent the further reach of Atlas into our society.